This is the Let Us Eat application, an app that aims to encourage people to cook healthy meals at home using the ingredients, cooking skills, and equipment they have on hand. We do this through intelligently surfacing recipe recommendations based on the data that the user enters. When the user opens the app, they land on the recipe screen that shows the recipes they have selected to cook or have cooked before. Before we get into that, we will go to the profile page and update the dietary restrictions we have set to be vegetarian and peanut-free. Next, we go to the ingredients screen, where a list of the ingredients we have entered will be shown. You can think of this as being the list of ingredients we have available to cook with. There are a number of ways we can add ingredients: by searching by name, browsing by food category, by taking a photo, or scanning the barcode on the packaging. We will go through and search for pork chops by name, as we have some left over in our fridge. You can see that we can enter the unit and amount of the ingredient we have. We can also click into the ingredient details page to see the nutritional information, quantity, and dietary conflicts of the ingredient. Here we could update the amount we have on hand, or delete the entry if we have run out. We now go back to the recipe screen to find a new recipe for this week. Since we are doing a vegetarian week, we search for a Caesar salad and select that as our first recipe. We do not have the ingredients needed, so the app suggests we add the ingredients to our grocery list. Now that we have saved the Caesar salad recipe, we can navigate to the grocery list to make some changes before we head to the grocery store. Once we are at the grocery store, we can go through our lists category by category, checking off the items as we add them to our cart. Once we have checked out, we can click on Submit to confirm that these items have been purchased. They will automatically be added to the ingredients list that we showed before. It is time to set a schedule for the meals this week to keep us organized and accountable. We want to do a vegetarian week, so we duplicate the existing schedule, rename it, and go through to make some modifications. We set our standard dinner time to be a bit earlier, and then go into Saturday to make sure that breakfast is skipped. We then make sure that all of our changes have been saved. We can also enable or disable the notification alarms for meal times for each schedule. Next, we will show the flow that happens when it is time to cook a meal. The user had closed the app, and when it is time, the alarm will go off, providing the user with a few options. We choose to use the saved recipe, which will load us back into the application on the recipe screen. Here we can add filters to the recipe list, such as filtering out for only recipes that we have the ingredients to cook. The only option is the Caesar salad from earlier, so we select that to view the recipe and instructions. When we are done cooking the recipe, we can mark it as cooked, enter the amount of servings we made, and enter a star rating based on the results. We can see that the amount of the ingredients we have has been updated to reflect what we just used by following the recipe. A core theme of the Let Us Eat application is to provide intelligent recommendations based on the information that we have entered. By tracking the ingredients we have, giving feedback on recipes followed, and adding dietary restrictions, the app will be able to provide recipes based on the limitations and preferences of the user.